you never know.
You never know.
You had a tweet that was like, I used to have a picture of the Cy Young as my background.
I still do. Yeah.
Now is it yours?
Not yet, because I haven't gotten mine yet.
Love that.
But
Yeah, show the camera.
yeah, there it is. You got that. It's Jim Palmer Cy Young.
Look at that.
It says make pitches on it. You're just like
So
10 years.
what I'm getting at here is like, are you aware of like, the law of attraction and manifestation? Are you on that wave? When did that happen? And how much does it play a part in your overall approach to life?
So I know of those things. When I learned about them, I recognized that I already had been implementing some of them, so I don't know it in like a formal way where I read this and like I attempt to implement it. But I've always been a firm believer in just stating what you're going to do, because stemming back to the Texas Baseball Ranch, one of the things that they used to say there is like, once you decide what you're going to do and you tell the world what you're going to do, the world will get out of your way, because that takes a lot of confidence to like, I am going to do this and put yourself on record. And most people shy away from that.
Absolutely.
So if you walk into a room and you're like, I'm going to do this, other people are like, and you can just,
It's back to putting your neck on the line.
Absolutely. And it's one of the things I respect so much about Conor McGregor. I look up to a lot of what he does now. Whatever, there's some issues there that I don't know about that I can't speak to and judge, but from a strictly like an athletic performance, like the things that man has been able to accomplish are ridiculous, from a branding while being the best dude to do it in the world, right, at the time, and being a successful entrepreneur and businessman, and like this whole like brand and aura that he created in like 2 years. It was like the flash of a pan, but he just said, like, I am going to do this. And then he went and did it. Like Jake Arrieta in, I think, 2015 had a tweet before a wild card matchup with the Pirates, where a Pirates fan was trolling him. And he's like, you can say whatever you want to try to get in my head. Just know it doesn't matter. And he went out there and threw a CG shutout to eliminate the Pirates. Like those moments are the ones that stick in your head. Muhammad Ali, I am the greatest. If you ask anyone right now, like the vast majority of people, who's the best boxer of all time? Muhammad Ali, right? But was he the best boxer of all time? Skill standpoint, you'd have to put Floyd there, but you don't know Floyd is the best of all time, because Floyd never said I'm the best of all time.
Didn't feel the same even if he did.
Right.
You're right though. You're right. It's there's a huge level of risk from a personal standpoint when you state those things publicly.
No doubt.
And you have a public following. But it makes it even more, as you said, it just makes it even more attractive once they go out and do it. It's just so much. It puts
pressure on you, right?
Absolutely.
Like it holds you accountable.
Yeah.
A lot of people will sit with their friends and be like, yeah, I'm going to win a Cy Young. Like, I'm going to do it. But then when it gets tough, no one knows that. So they can shrink back and say like, oh, I'm just trying to help my teammates and win. And like at some point it gets beat out of you by some of the failures. And that's kind of that like downward sawtooth that we talked about earlier. You put yourself out there and you tell the world, I'm going to win 3 Cy Youngs and I'm going to be a Hall of Famer. Like when you are in the gym at 8 o'clock at night and everyone's left, and it's very easy to be like, I'm hungry, I want to go home. And you remember that, like, I've said this publicly, like, what are you going to do?
Absolutely.
It puts pressure on you. You say, like, I can pitch every 4th day, and like, I can be good doing this, and I get an opportunity to do it in a must-win game to put our team in the postseason. In a must-win game, I have to dominate to, like, I have one start to win the Cy Young, this thing that I've wanted for 10 years. Right?
Did it.
And like, I got to show out today, because it's my last opportunity to make that statement. And I got to show out today because everyone on my team is looking at me saying, you're the guy that's going to, like, you're our guy, put us in the postseason. And I have all this stuff in my head of like, well, I've faced this team 3 times this year already. Like, they know what I'm going to do. I have this nervous energy. I couldn't sleep the night before. I had to get up and like walk like for 20 minutes before the game out on the field, like, just to, I couldn't eat, like I have all this pressure on me. But if you know how to handle that, like, it carries you.
You ready?